Welcome, Leo. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, and I'm getting ready to do your new moon in Libra on the 21st of this month. It is immediately followed by the Sun entering Scorpio on the next day and Neptune retrograding back into Pisces from Aries. There are a lot of powerful emotional energies and undercurrents. Our subconscious is very active. So I'll talk about this more as we read. I first pulled an oracle card from the Talisman Oracle, Banish a Curse. And I'll read to you what is described by this beautiful card. This card can symbolize unfair treatment towards you. A person who has a strong influence in your life has mistreated you or fails to see your point of view. The actions of others speak for their misalignment, not yours, and you have the power to choose how this impacts you. Your worth does not change based on others' fears or opinions. The pain or understandings or misunderstandings can be minimized if you decide not to internalize the negativity. Dwelling over what has been said means reliving the hurtful emotion and letting it control your actions. It's time to take a step back and allow the new sense of self to embrace you. Use this card when you feel like you need extra help removing the bad energy lingering around you. Focus on the wheel in the center of the card. It represents the power of transformation. The swords have locked it in place and the wheel cannot move. Envision pulling each blade out and turning the wheel clockwise. The four snakes are untangling their bodies and are set free. The wheel is now moving and the blossom in the center can draw the nourishing energy it needs. The curse is lifted. Your mantra, I am honest and worthy. Really powerful. The card that I pulled from the deck for your overall energy is the Eight of Wands. And this is focusing on what I have been sensing is the key element of communication. All of our relationships are being refreshed. We are coming to them with the new moon energy of renewal. So as you open up to new information, new opportunities are flying quickly towards you. And you have the opportunity to participate in something that you could never have accomplished alone. And this represents rapid movement towards goals that you perhaps have been working towards for a long time. Underneath the deck is the Seven of Pentacles, which is about evaluating the hard work you've been doing. Taking a moment to stop and evaluate whether you are getting what you want, whether there isn't a better way to accomplish more, whether things feel stuck. And sometimes you've been putting in a lot of effort towards something that hasn't moved in a way that you had hoped. It feels like that unsticking is occurring. Both the wheel in the oracle card and the Eight of Wands is indicating quick and rapid movement. And it appears that you've done the hard work to get to the place where you are now arriving. In the present, the Ace of Wands is describing something new, a new opportunity. This can be a new perspective that helps you sort and attend to all the details of a bigger project, a bigger effort you've been a part of. You see a way clear. You see the sun lifting or the clouds lifting. You see that you have actually unlocked something that is turning a corner. And I feel that this has to do with your ability to embrace and accept your gifts, who you are, your clarity, and your passion as being the dominant story in your life. You don't need to cave in to anyone else's negative opinions about who you are or what you do. You're bringing clarity, light, and inspiration to a situation that may have been stuck for a long time. In the past, the Seven of Cups. So this is the second seven. Underneath, you have a Seven of Pentacles. This is about a lot of opportunities that have already come into your view. And it feels as though you've been working on a problem, a situation, trying to take care of something, perhaps, or build up something, provide something, and you have had to consult with a lot of other people. There are many people on the team that have weighed in and have presented you with a variety of options. These options are not all equal. They're not all beneficial. And they perhaps in the past have been overwhelming. As you were in the midst of working rather diligently, carefully to resolve something, to fix something, to improve upon something. And suddenly options appeared, but they felt unclear, overwhelming, and none of them felt as though they got to the core of the problem that you were attempting to resolve. So the sense of being overwhelmed, perhaps by the need, the challenges, the obstacles you were facing, and the various ways others told you they could be fixed. Not healed, but fixed. In the future, the Queen of Cups. I just feel this sigh of release, this letdown, this surrender coming from you, in part as a result of the resolve that you have exhibited in clarifying the situation, being clear that others' opinions do not dictate your actions, being clear that others' opinions may in fact be misunderstandings or incomplete understandings of something that you have a better grasp of. This is about holding on to that core of self-love, self-attention, and respect that inclines you not only to do what you feel is right. These are actions coming from your heart. And Leo, the heart is your domain. But this is also understanding that you have the power and the clarity to see what will benefit all in a situation, prioritizing and protecting yourself from the misguided opinions and negative reactions. If this reading is resonating with you, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Appreciate all the support that I get from all of you. I'm going to be clarifying the past, present, and future with Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot deck as a nod to Samhain and Halloween. And Samhain is a much more traditional Celtic New Year celebration, feast, harvest festival. Halloween is equally a part of a harvest festival that we celebrate on Thanksgiving often, but it is also about the thinning of the veil. And this is about the easier movement between worlds. The crows, the blackbirds, the ravens of all sort are seen as messengers that move freely between worlds, between life and death. But be clear, all worlds are not simply bifurcated in that way, life, death. No, there are many worlds and many sentient beings that habitate those. So I'm going to begin with the past. The Seven of Cups is clarified by the Five of Potions, or the Five of Cups, and the Five of Swords, or the Five of Needles. I really am feeling deeply, sorry about that. That's my car. The Five of Potions, of Cups, of Swords are really about feeling remorse and grief about the past. This can be through the kinds of unfair treatment that you are receiving or have been receiving in a particular situation that is triggering an idea of a pattern of grief, loss, or heartache that you've experienced. It's hard to get out of this grief and this perspective, this turning towards the past. But you're doing it because you're now aware of how you've been responsible, how you've chosen or participated in these failures, these disappointments. And so in that way, you are now using your intelligence to not only identify these behaviors, these attitudes, these interests that hook you into something that has an outcome that you already know. And it's not an outcome that you have enjoyed or feel good about. But instead, you're recognizing that you don't have to believe or internalize the things that have been said to you or about you. That in fact, those are things you are consciously rejecting, just as you are attempting to surrender to the grief, the disappointment of the past. By surrendering, that means you're allowing your body to feel those feelings, and still you no longer have the need for those behaviors because now you know better. You know you're empowered. You know you're positive. You know you're talented. And you know that you want the best for you and your loved ones. So there's a tremendous awakening I feel you experiencing and expressing in your present. The Ace of Wands is you beaming, shining once again. I'm going to clarify the Ace of Wands with the Lover's card and the High Priestess. Very, very beautiful. So I see a couple of things going on. I see you reevaluating your past relationships, your experiences in light of this new embrace and acceptance of your power. Not a superficial power, not a power to attract, but this power, passionate belief in joy, abundance, pleasure, happiness, family, friendship as a real core value to your ability to represent a liberated, free spirit. The Lovers is about a choice you've made in the past on different terms. You've grown up in whatever way that applies to your situation. The loves of the past that you now mourn, you're not that person anymore, hence your rejection of that. You're realizing that you have actively chosen that, and you're now in a position to choose better. You've now learned to discriminate between those things that give you an instant hit, instant joy, instant feel good, and those things that are meant for your long-term benefit. Those things you have to work for. You have to negotiate with another. You have to learn about one another, but you already know. You're learning if this potential partner shares your values and is willing to work with you towards these larger goals that are outside of yourself. This is beautiful energy, Leo, and it really is deserved. In the future, the Queen of Cups is you healing and is clarified by the Page of Potions, the Page of Cups, and the Knight of Needles, the Knight of Swords. Yeah. You're opening up your heart despite the ghoulish picture on Tim Burton's tarot card from The Nightmare Before Christmas, even though it is Disney. The Page of Potions really does represent an opening of the heart, but it's not in the same old way. You're choosing love, but you're seeking peace in that choice. You're seeking harmony through this ability to be humble and to be patient. You're unleashing your creativity, unleashing really one of the most beautiful things about you, Leo, this liberated, joyful inner child, for lack of a better word, something that brings everybody to attention, which is, by the way, something you enjoy, but it's not attention just because you're a sparkly, shiny, attractive thing. It's because of the joy that you share and communicate, that it is obvious that you truly feel. The Knight of Needles is about this brilliant mind, this curious mind, this ability to ask prying, positive questions, to ask the right questions, to put your feelings aside and know how to open up others, to listen to their ideas dispassionately in a way that allows you to evaluate what is best for you and what is not. So you're bringing your emotional intelligence to your feeling state through to the feelings that you've experienced in your life. You're recognizing that you can choose on more basis than just the way you feel in the moment, that your intelligence is one of your gifts. And it's one of the ways in which you utilize the tremendous imaginative creativity that is yours. I'm going to finish up this reading with a Seed and Sickle card. And I've pulled the Bracken, number 3. And 3 is the beautiful Empress card, the Empowerment card. So hold that energy. And I do feel that this reading is talking about that empowerment that you're experiencing. Your true loving nature is being unlocked by you. And Bracken reads, okay, I pulled this automatically. Let's try this. The mystical golden fern seed is believed to have the power to grant invisibility. The actual existence of fern seeds has never been proven, but the magical reputation of the seed remains, as does the fern's mysterious secret. Do not be afraid to let yourself become invisible for a while. The world does not need to know where you are or what you are doing at all times. Let yourself escape from the public eye until you're ready to return to it. I love this. If you've enjoyed this content, check out more content here. Thank you for your likes and subscribes. And until next time, namaste.